So this is class 12 mathematics, maths practical activity 14. Okay, this activity 14 is based on your application of derivatives. So that is your sixth chapter which you have learned before integrals, right? You remember that? Oh, I guess it was not so tough. It was very easy, right? So in that itself, you have learned local maxima, local minima, and point of inflection. So the objective of your activity 14 is to understand the concept of local maxima, local minima, and point of inflection. So when do we say local maxima? When your f dash of x is less than
less than 0.
0. When your f dash of x is less than 0. When you say local minima, when your f dash of x is greater than 0. And when you say point of inflection, when there is no change actually. But before that to tell, that is local maxima when you according to the first order derivative test, when the sign changes from positive to negative, that time you say it is local maxima. And in case of local minima, when sign changes from negative to positive, you say local minima. And in point of inflection, when there is no change, if it is positive and you get positive, if it is negative, and if you get negative, that point you call point of inflection. In a simple way, I'll just draw a rough curve. Okay, this is y-axis, x-axis. Okay, and this is our curve. Now I'll mark the point A, and this is B, this is C, this is D, and somewhere I'll mark. Now this A, B, C, D, E. This all are what? Tangent to the curve. When you look at the curve, yes, you can understand it is tangent to the curve. So the here tangent to the curve as well as it is parallel to x-axis. If your slope is going like this, you see it is a negative slope. If your slope is like this, you say it is a positive. But when your slope is parallel to x-axis, when your slope is parallel to x-axis, then your slope is, that is slope of tangent is 0. Is it clear? So at this point, your slope of tangent is 0. So you represent slope of tangent in terms of first order derivative. How do you represent? Dy by dx, or you represent it as f dash of x. That is dy by dx equal to 0 or f dash of x equal to 0. This way you represent, that is at this point your f dash of x is 0. At A, B, C, D, at this point your f dash of x is 0. Is it clear? So dy by dx you say, or you say it f dash of x. Is it clear now? To understand the concept, okay, objective is over. What all materials are required for this graph paper? That is this one. Adhesive, that is glue and all. Then etc. That is pencil, eraser, depending on all what all other things are required, ruler and all. Okay, in this graph, did you notice what is there? Slope is going upward, right? This curving going upward, then this curve is coming downward, decreasing, then again increasing, then reaching at a point, then again decreasing. At point it reaches, then again increasing. So no doubt in that. This, right? You all understood. Can you tell me in this curve at this point, very immediately to the left side of the point A, to the left side of point A is what is the sign? Negative or positive? Anyone?
Positive.
No, very good, very good. It is positive. Very good. It is positive. Okay, what about to the right side of A? It's negative. Clear? Again, at point B, at this, so very immediately, what is the sign to the left side of point B?
Negative.
Very good.
Negative.
Very good. And what about to the right
Positive.
side of B?
Positive.
The
Positive.
the reason is nothing. The reason is nothing. See, it is increasing, right? So positive. Here it is decreasing, so negative. Got it? At point C, what about to the very immediate left side of C?
Positive.
Negative.
Very good. At very right side of, very immediately right side of the C, what is the sign?
Positive.
Here it is positive actually, and here it is negative, right? Okay.
Mm.
Fine, now it is correct. Now tell me, what about point T? like this, right? The very left side of point E, immediate left side of point E.
Positive.
Very good.
Negative.
Uh,
Positive.
Positive. Yes, it's positive.
Increasing both side, right?
Very good. Very good.
Ah.
What about to the very
Point,
immediate side, right side of the E? Let me see who's telling.
positive. Point of
Very good.
inflection.
Very good. Very good. It's point of inflection. You got it. So your point E is point of inflection. Okay. So you all understood, right? Seeing at the graph. Okay. Aman is not there. I didn't get any response from Aman.
I am here, ma'am.
Okay, no, I didn't get any response. So we have done with the objective. Okay, materials required: graph paper, adhesive, that is glue, and etc. Scissor for cutting the graph paper, like as how much is required. Then pencil, eraser, ruler. Okay. Method of construction: take a graph paper, draw x-axis and y-axis, draw a curve. Now we all understood how to draw a curve by giving that simple example. Draw tangents at point A, C, B, P, D. See this as it is I have taken from your lab manual. Okay, so this is A, B, C, P, D. Okay, now so x-axis and y-axis, so no doubt how to draw. Okay, if you want you can do yours also, but you have to make a note here. You should be cautious like the points what you're taking. So if you do the, I guess you all understood what I've explained, the previous a simple example what I've explained, all understood, I guess. So I'll move on. Okay, demonstration. It's that thing in the figure at the points A, B, C, D represent tangents to the curve. So what it is representing, tangents to the curve, and they are parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis, did I tell you? F dash of x is 0. If it is parallel, that is your slope of tangent will be 0. That is slope of tangent at these points will be 0. And value of f dash of x will be 0 at this point. That is your first derivative will be 0. So the tangent at P intersects the curve. At point A and B, the sign of first derivative changes from negative to positive. Right? You can see negative to positive. Negative to positive, so from A to B. Obviously here it is increasing then decreasing, negative to positive. You all understood, right? Okay, now next, at point C and D, sign of first derivative changes from positive to negative, so they are point of local maxima. How? Okay, the previous one was they are points of local minima. When local minima is there, sign changes from negative to positive. And when it is local maxima, the sign changes from positive to negative. But at point P, what? There is no change in sign, right? If it is positive, then positive. Here in this case, it is positive to positive. So there is no change in sign. So it is point of inflection. And see, point of inflection, this inflection, some places you'll find the spelling, as I've told you earlier also, INFLEXION. Instead of CT, what is there? X is there. Okay, clear? What do you observe in this? Sine of slope of tangent, that is first derivative, at a point on curve to the immediate left of A is. Left of A, immediate left of A, what is the sign?
Negative.
Yes. And immediate right of A?
Positive.
Positive.
Very good. It is increasing. Okay, so we'll write here negative and here positive. No doubt. Now we'll go to point B. Point B, the immediate left is
Negative.
Negative.
negative and immediate right is
Positive.
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 Fine. Now what is the next point? That is, we are done with this. Okay, this is negative and sorry, this is negative and this is positive. What about C? Now next is C, then after that D. Okay, we'll check. C. What about C? Immediate left?
Positive.
Positive. Very good. Immediate right?
Negative.
What
Negative.
about D?
Positive.
Positive. And this is negative.
Decrease.
Point
Negative.
of-
Negative.
Negative. Yes. Now tell me, point A is local maxima or local minima? Negative to positive?
Minimum.
Very good. It's minima. Okay. What about point C?
Maximum.
Maximum.
Very good. Amazing. X. Point B?
Minimum.
Minima. That's local minima. No doubt. We didn't speak about point P, right? Point P, immediate left, what is happening?
Positive.
Increasing. Positive.
Positive. I want that answer. Like a side. What would you mean to right of point P? What side?
Positive.
Very good. So P
Positive.
point P is
Inflection.
point
Point of
of
inflection.
inflection. Very good. Point of inflection. So I guess you all understood what is this. You remember like when we solved the problems, we found after finding the first derivative, we equate it as zero and find x values, right? So that is a critical point. You remember? So this point A, C, B, D are all critical point. Is it clear? And we check the
Yes,
sign
ma'am.
is changing or not. Then we check and we find local maxima and local minima. And if it is not changing from negative to positive or positive to negative, remains like positive to positive and negative to negative, we take it as point of inflection, that particular point. So I hope you understood this, right? Okay. Now, point A and B, point that is A and B are points of local. A and B are points of local
Minima.
minima. Very good. And what about point C and D?
Max. Local maxima. Point
Local
of local
maximum.
maxima.
Very good. And point P is point of
Inflection.
inflection. So I hope all understood everything, right? Very good. Okay, application. So this activity may help in explaining the concepts of points of local maxima, local minima, and inflection. And second application is the concept of maxima, minima are useful in problems of daily life, such as making of packages of maximum capacity at minimum cost. That is making a box. You remember we have done a problem. We are from the corners of the box, like a sheet, we are cutting a square and making a box. So what will be the maximum volume of the cuboid? Do you remember? So this is
Ah, yes.
helpful value, in factories and all, it is helpful. That is at minimum cost, what which like the max, what will be the maximum capacity of the box we make in factories and all. So this is the application of derivatives. I hope this activity all understood, right? Children, this is the way you have to write in your record book, your activity 3. Objective, then materials required, method of construction. I have not written exactly what was there in your maths lab because we are not taking any plywood board or anything, so or white paper. We are just using a graph paper that will be sticking in a record book. Okay, then draw x-axis, y-axis, and we are drawing a curve. Then at the turning points, turning of the curve, we mark the point A, C, B, P, D and draw a tangent at, and we are drawing tangent at those points. Okay. Then observation, as I have explained everything, this is actually activity 14 from your mathematics class 12 lab manual. Okay, then this is the curve which is drawn. Just to highlight, black ink is used. Okay, otherwise pencil is enough if you have a very dark pencil and all. And this is the observation while explaining the lab manual. In the application, see this part, it should be done in the unruled part. Okay, you have to stick the graph paper in the unruled part, as well as your demonstration you can write in the unruled part. Fine. So here we complete our activity 14. Okay, thank you.